Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Fun with Advisors. Today, we have a special treat as I'm joined by Danielle, our campus director, and also my boss here at Ace Acumen. So, if you don't see me the next episode, you know why. But in bringing it back, so welcome. Thank you for joining us here today.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So, please tell us a little bit about yourself and how you are here. Tell us about your role here at Ace Acumen and how you're here to help the students.
Yeah, so I'm the Associate Campus Director of the Toronto campus, so I manage all of the advisors, as Lawrence said. So I help facilitate all of the duties that advisors do, including your activities, answering questions, sending out messages, and just answering any issues that students come to us with. So I help with kind of the tough decisions that need to be made. I'm sometimes the bad guy when I have to be, but I also want the students to know that you don't always have to come and talk to me when you're in trouble. I want to help and support you. So I am just one step above your advisor. So if there's ever issues or troubles that you're running into, like I'm kind of the background in helping, support the students with whatever they're going through.
100%. And I can attest to that as well. Being an advisor that actually recently joined Ace Acumen this year and whatnot, Danielle's support and assistance through all the different activities, the things that we have going on, has been honestly instrumental in me being able to succeed here. So personally, I'd like to say thank you for that, right? I truly, truly enjoy that. But then as for you, as for students, right? Her assistance provides you guys with that extra assurance beyond just your advisors, who also provide excellent support along with her. So really, it's kind of a two-glove support system for you, where you have your advisors on one side and then the management on the other side, who can also reinforce with important messages given out to you guys. Yeah,
I'm glad that you've enjoyed your time here so far. We enjoy having you here. The management's kind of the in the background. We want the advisors to be able to talk to the students, and we want you to get to know them. And we're kind of always we're not seen, but we're there helping out in the background.
100%. So to get to know you a little bit more, so like our students know you a little bit more, can you tell us something that you like to do to unwind, to like de-stress and stuff like that?
Yeah, I have a few hobbies. I like to read. Since the stay-at-home order, I've been watching a lot of Netflix. Yes. I like to do crafts. I paint by numbers. I find cool things on Pinterest that I like to do, like crafty stuff. I go for walks. I like to spend time outside. So, just being out in the warm weather is pretty relaxing to me.
Yeah, I definitely said that. I'll give you an example. Like last weekend, for example, this is like, I messed up on this one, right? But a friend of mine, we wanted to go for a hike out in one of the conservation areas in the back, right? I thought it was going to be maybe 4 kilometers at the most or whatever, right? Well, 4 kilometers turned into us getting lost, turned into an 18-kilometer walk out of the forest with no water.
That's 10,000 steps. So
yeah. So my Saturday was hard. But that's great. Like a lot of different interesting things. I love the Netflix, the book one. I'm not sure if you know this one, but I actually came across this app called Blinkist that gives like a 15-minute review of different nonfiction books and stuff like that. So interesting, right? Quick. It's got like the reading function and whatnot. So yeah, I just want to say that like I'm a big fan of like reading and like all those other stuff.
No, I like that because I usually stick to authors that I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
I like thrillers and horror books, so Stephen King and Dean Koontz and stuff. So be helpful to kind of maybe branch out.
Yeah, no, it's great because it's like when you're on the go, right? Like we're so busy with everything we do, right? It's good to be able to reflect on that.
Yeah.
So to continue forward, for the assistance that we can provide our students and provide you, everyone else, could you tell us about some of the resources that are available and how our staff can help the students be successful?
Yeah, we have so many resources available for our students. I know the transition from in-person to online has been really challenging, and we put in a lot of work in the background to make sure that the transition was smooth and that students could have a beneficial time at St. Clair at Acumen while being online. So, we have textbooks available. I know so many of you are overseas. There's options for e-textbooks. You can rent them, you can buy them for different prices. We have our free tutoring, which is fantastic. It's your peers, fourth semester students who have been through the program, who have experienced the assignments and the tests and everything, who can help you through understanding tests, helping you study, and things like that. So it's another student who you can work with, and it's free, which is amazing. We can cater to you for the time that works for you. It's virtual. So, it's a great program. There's e-libraries, access to resources online through the St. Clair website. Also, we have your amazing advisors who are just an email away. We'll usually respond within 24 hours. We can help you with things such as deadlines for tuition fees, getting in touch with your teacher, questions about Google Classroom, and if you have questions about all the resources I talked about, your advisors can give you more information on that. So, there's so many things that students have access to be successful.
100%. And all the things that we strive to is just to make your experience at the end of the day successful and a pleasant one while here studying at Clair College at Ace Acumen, right? So to progress our conversation, I'd like to turn to kind of the big point of what we can talk about today, and that's the importance of communication, right? Absolutely. So from your own experience, be it professional, your own school experience, whatever it might be, could you tell us why communication is just so important and why it's so needed for it to be clear and whatnot?
Yeah, working at Ace Acumen, I know us and our team talk a lot because we all need to be on the same page. We all want to give you, the students, consistent answers. I need to communicate with my staff to tell them answers to questions that students are having. When are fees due? When is the start of the semester? Because if we're not talking to each other and not sharing that information, students are going to get wrong answers from people, miscommunication and things like that. So we all want to be on the same page so that we're sending the correct message to all of our students and that everyone gets the same information. In school, communication is important because everyone needs to know their expectations. So everyone's pulling their same weight. You need to know when your deadlines are, when your assignments are due. And you just want to make sure that everyone is prepared and has the same information.
100%. Yeah. And kind of just to wrap up, the key thing is, again, if you would agree, knowledge is power, and knowing is the key to your success, right? Absolutely. So with that in mind, to kind of put some actionable things kind of forward, what are 3 tips that you would give to the students to help improve their communication skills?
So I can give you 3 things that I kind of live by. One, when you're communicating with someone, make sure that your message is clear. What questions are you asking and what information do you want to give? So if you're sending an email to someone, don't put all of your information in the subject line. Make it a clear subject line and write in your email exactly, okay, this is the information I'm conveying, this is the question I have, and make sure that the language is understandable for the people that you're sending it to. My second tip is to, when you receive an email and you're thinking, or even a phone call or things like that, and you're looking to respond, I would take a moment to think about how you want to respond, because I know that, especially with emails, maybe you read tone or you read something into it and you want to react right away, which can ultimately cause issues for you later if you react unprofessionally or in a certain way. So just make sure that you are taking a second and thinking about how you want to react. And reacting properly. And, if you're emotional or if you get upset, then you're taking a minute before you do that. My third, sorry, can we stop there? I had 2 and I don't know what my third one was.
12 seconds later.
It's,
5 minutes later.
I had 3 in my head. It was
15 minutes later.
Clear message.
1 eternity later.
Thinking about before you want to... Oh, okay, sorry. And my third tip is just being patient. And, people may not get back to you right away. People have other things going on. Sometimes I have to wait for responses from people. So just, maintaining that professionalism and understanding that people have other things that they need to do. So allowing someone, 28 to 48 hours to respond, and then you can follow up professionally and respectfully afterwards. Just sending them a reminder. But, communication is about the trust and respect between other people, right? So, I'm talking to might not have time to drop everything right away and respond to my email. So then they'll do the same for me later, that if I'm busy and someone's trying to contact me, then they'll give me that time.
100%.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more with the tips that you provide, especially that second tip that you had about not responding emotionally to your messages and stuff like that. I can't tell how many times I've expressed that tip to other people, because it's like, you might not mean it in the moment, but you will pay for it moving forward if you react in a way that's not the way that you want. So, taking that 5 minutes to be like, all right, 5 minutes away, cool down if the message brought up emotions, and then write it in the manner that you're professional and you can, is always the best possible policy. I absolutely love that tip.
Yeah, I think it's really easy to read tone in emails and in text messages and stuff, when the person writing it may not have intended it to
100%, right? Because it's like, how can you judge tone over email, right? So with that, I'd like to bring our conversation to a close and ask just one final question, and that question being, what words of encouragement or a lasting message would you like to give to the students about either our topic of communication or anything that you had in mind that you'd like to convey?
I wish that I could see you all in person, and I wish I could talk to you and get to know you more. We try and run so many fun activities to engage you in and to bring you closer to your students, because I know how isolating and lonely it can be being at home and studying online, and you're basically responsible for your own learning. Like, you have your teachers and you have your lectures and you have questions like that, but it's different from when you're in class. So I want you all to know that we care about you and that we want you to succeed, and that we're working really hard to give you the services that we offer in order for you to make it through your all 4 semesters and graduate. So we try and keep as much communication with you as we can, and we reply to you as soon as we can, I promise. We just have so many of you to talk to, so I really hope that we can meet in person very soon, because I'd love to get to know all of you, and I look forward to seeing you all across the stage at your graduation.
Absolutely. And with that, I couldn't have closed better myself. Thank you all for tuning in and listening. Thank you for joining us today and giving us your thoughts on communication and the different roles and stuff that we offer here at Ace Acumen. Our audience would love it because it's so informative of all the different parts. Thank you again, and we'll see you again soon with another episode. Take care and goodbye, guys.
Thanks, bye.